Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, comes out and addresses Trump. The Miami federal case involving the classified documents sham. Ron DeSantis said Thursday the federal government is, quote, wielding power unevenly, unquote, and unfairly targeting the GOP through investigations like those into former President Trump. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. joins Joe Rogan Thursday, telling Joe Rogan John F. Kennedy's anti war stance is what led to his death, revealing a month later he was killed. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. cites America's jeopardizing decline as needing to use economic power rather than military power to establish America's growth. He tells Joe Rogan on the Rogan Experience podcast, quote, this is why China is doing so well and why countries are leaving the US dollar, unquote. And he also says, quote, people want roads and not war, and that is why China is doing well, and that is what they're doing. The Dodgers have chosen to side with the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, who mock Christians and are now facing backlash by longtime Dodger fans. Newsmax, in an interview Friday, a pastor and longtime Dodger fan came out and told Newsmax, quote, sports is the only thing that unites us besides politics or whatever anyone's differences are, unquote. Quote, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, out of any other LGBTQ plus group, could have not been the choice of Dodgers, but instead someone who respects Christian values. Francis Suarez, mayor of Florida in Miami, has announced his 2024 presidential campaign. Fox and Friends interview Friday, Francis Suarez revealed he is a Cuban American.
I'm very different. Like I said, I'm accessible. I call people. I'm a people person. I think I'm unknown and exciting. I think I'm a breath of fresh air.
And mayor who gives out his phone number to the people. So that way, every minute of the day, the people of Miami can send him a text message and call him anytime and tell him what they need. Suarez told Fox and Friends that he is a people's person. Quote, that's what separates me from Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida. Ron can't build relationships. That's why no one on the federal level wants to work with him, and they all left, unquote. Suarez says, quote, I'm a Latino conservative, and that is what makes the Democrats fear me the most. Ron DeSantis visited the Pelican Yacht Club in Fort Pierce, where he signed the state's record $117 billion budget. The governor was asked about the federal charges against Donald Trump, the lead Republican presidential nominee. Trump on Tuesday pleaded not guilty to dozens of felony counts, accusing Trump of hoarding classified documents like a pack rat. This is what Ron DeSantis told a reporter in Florida Thursday. Take a look.
Well, I've addressed it many times, and I'm happy to say again, my mission is to bring accountability.
Quote, my mission is to bring accountability to politicized agencies like the DOJ, FBI. We're gonna excise the political bias, and we are going to end the weaponization of the federal government, unquote. Broken damaged, dangerous, frightening. Stroll to a corner to terminate a human being legally. A mistake which two irresponsible male and female human beings made. Gigantic, sky towering skyscrapers, buildings once where man in the 1930s made strides in history as architect gods. You turn on your smartphone and see horrific atrocities happening next to your town. A satanic culture of serial pedophiles, rapists, human sex trafficking minors and women, a worshiping of nihilistic views, a government of your society who fails you. You, a concerned human being who loves and cries and laughs, just tries to get by. Because all you want is to be happy and loved. However, living in this dangerous and lawless world where human life doesn't mean anything feels impossible to do such things. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis dropped 10.6 points from March 31st to May 19th against Donald Trump. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. loses his uncle John F. Kennedy Jr. by being murdered and assassinated in trying to do the right thing and not be in a war. JFK did not want Americans to die. Trump does not want you or your son or brother to die in a nasty, blood-fed war in Ukraine. Zelensky does not know better than you. And the fact Chuck Schumer or some Democrat moron tells you you need to die in a scam, fraud war is wrong and are misinformed. Idiots, which they are, and should never tell you otherwise. You are not paying for the Ukraine war in any shape or form, in any way, and those who tell you you should are wrong, and they will always be wrong. China does not need to tell Joe Biden what to do, but they do. Joe Biden talks about it all the time. And if you go to my uploaded videos I have on TikTok and YouTube, especially my YouTube shorts, you will see Biden rambling on and on about how he, quote, allegedly, unquote, has made an intimate relationship with Xi several times. And he has the most hours recorded in history with the communist dictator. Or if you want to believe it yourself, quote, president, unquote. And frankly, it is disgusting. You don't want to hear that, but you always do from your president, Joe Biden. And as you know, TikTok in China for children is highly different compared to the version we have in the United States. The one we have here caters to pedophiles like Instagram notoriously does. And America's TikTok has so many warning labels attached to it. Often woke. And this DEI agenda is destroying our country. That's why Elon Musk has come out publicly scolding Joe Biden. Quote, they are not your children, unquote. You are wrong if you think that somehow children belong to you. Or somehow belong to the government, and they never will. They belong to loving parents, as they should. The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are disgusting. Will they continue to prance around and strut their genitalia in front of children and outrage parents? Well, the Dodgers think they should by not inadvertently but deliberately supporting a disgusting LGBTQ minority group that worships the devil. destroying and tearing apart the largest religious group in the world, tearing apart their support for a good baseball game, lose fans across America, and destroy communities, not only by low income and smart, decent, middle income families, but no one wants the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence prancing around, and you shouldn't be forced to put up with it. Suarez, a Cuban American and mayor of one of the most famous and popular cities in the world, has decided to announce running for president in the 2024 election, now jeopardizing his reputation amongst 80 million Trump supporters. Francis has one of the largest leaps in a rise for political prominence from the bottom of the barrel, literally, to try to commit one of the most impossible tasks in GOP's history by going up against the biggest dominating GOP candidate, Trump, with 53.4 points ahead in the 2024 Republican election polls. Trump, the man who performed the impossible challenge in 2016 and delivered, being overturned in every way and undermined after his public prosecution by the Biden administration like a socialist dictatorship, is leading the GOP nomination by 53 points. Ron DeSantis has not said a peep on social media. Not his Rumble, Twitter, or YouTube has increased in uploaded videos. Instead, a decrease in the number of uploaded new videos. Can Ron DeSantis catch up? Robert F. Kennedy Jr., depicting Fauci with a Hitler mustache in his books, insinuating tons of wild conspiracy theories, and having his YouTube channel removed in 2021, is speaking, but is anyone listening? And in 2023, having his Instagram account banned and then later reinstated. The Biden crime family will do everything in their power to both undermine RFK Jr. along with the system of the evil Republicans and godless Satan worshiping Democrats like Merrick Garland, who has considerable amounts of power in the Department of Injustice. He has to fight to break into the MSM establishment in order to reach Biden voters. The Dodgers and evil corporations like Disney and Target, now Chick-fil-A, need to stop alienating their largest customers in order to seek growth and profitability. Whether you like it or not, the Dodgers baseball team customers are Christians and Catholics, and that is based on fact, and that is based on reality. You do not want your children to be groomed by pedophiles, and you don't want to watch this filth of gay Mickey Mouse. Some nun who is actually a man mocking Christ. What you do want is to enjoy a nice cartoon, Mickey Mouse. Fun, not sexual. You want to enjoy a baseball game with your grandkids and your friends and your children. Rachel Maddow does not know better than you. She looks like Mitt Romney's brother. The Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are filth, and they always will be. Can the Dodgers be able to retake the nuclear family, raking in millions of dollars and bringing back business with Christians and restore viewership? Mayor Suarez is a Cuban man. He speaks well, he is good looking, There's no wonder why citizens in Miami, Florida voted for him by 80% in his reelection amongst whites and Hispanics. Because I like the guy, and I think you would too. However, he is in the pit in which the mayor of Florida needs to get out of, in which it is dark and far from the top. Suarez needs more than 30 ropes in order to climb out and even begin to make a notable impact to even dare to win the Republican nomination from Trump. It is America. It is a free country. He has the right to run for president, and so do you. Though America, a land of freedom, guns, drugs, free internet porn, cheap 7-Eleven cherry flavored Slurpees, is still the coolest place to live. There is no doubt Ron DeSantis and Suarez of Florida will duke it out with a fist fight and bludgeon each other like wild cavemen with wooden clubs. Fox News' upcoming Republican debates in August will reveal GOP candidates how they will succeed. Trump will continue to face criticism from the Democratic Party like he always does, and he always will, though remaining 53 points ahead of Nikki Haley and all the other candidates like Vivek Ramaswamy still remains to be a nonfiction story. And evil corporations like Cracker Barrel, sports teams like the Dodgers and Budweiser will continue to push a LGBTQ plus agenda on your kids like an obsessed pedophile would, like Jared Fogle. And you will continue to boycott their anti-nuclear family garbage, and they will no doubt continue to lose profitability in the markets as their stocks plunge and sink like the ship from the Titanic. And the 2024 election will be the most important election for the turn of the century. I encourage you to watch as many videos and shorts I have available on my YouTube channel. There are many videos to choose from, like Melania Trump interviews, Ron DeSantis rally reactions, current events, latest news, and politics. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your days. Stay sane in the insane world.